YouTube Nation, Main Event TV, aka Me TV, aka we got a Final Crisis Day because DC Universe Part 4, this is going to be it, alright? Because I'm going to put all you guys, I'm finishing you all off. This is it. In 6 months, you have not given me one link to back your claims. Yeah, 6 months. But yet you can find the energy to come in here and call me all types of names, drop every N-word in the book and everything like that. You got to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. And I'm going to get into it today because for those who do not know, like I said, that already destroys your point. For those who don't know, Champions Online has went free to play. All Points Bulletin has been picked up by a free to play developer. You can see where this is going, guys. Now, let's get into it because I'm going to read off some of your comments that you've left on my page and at other places, okay? So yeah, don't think I don't see you. Anyways, here's one. I'm for pay to play because I don't have to worry about paying for it. My mom will. Meaning you have no grasp on reality. You're making your mom pay for everything. Why don't you get a job? And we're going to get into that too because, you know what? Let's do that now. Because all you people who think that, we're all poor and this, that, there, let me show you something. Let me show you something, man. Let me show you something. Look. 100, 50, 50, 50, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Come on, man. Look at this. This isn't rent either, all right? This ain't rent. All right? How you think I got this damn apartment? Huh? You want to tell me that? The fact is, you guys have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. So the poor thing has nothing to do with it. I'm just not stupid enough to keep paying these idiots. Now, I'll explain to you that, all right? Here you go. You sound like my ex-wife, always complaining. Look, I went through this before in part 2, all right? If we sit back and say nothing, we're sheep. If we stand up and say something for once, we're crying. You can't have it both ways. And your ex-wife, now mind you, this guy messaged me on Friday, last Friday, all right? I was on my cell phone at the time. He was home. Talking about all this, that, and the third. Calling me all types of N-words. Let me tell you something, all right? If you took that energy, like I said once again, if you took that energy and put it into your relationship, you wouldn't have an ex-wife. But yet you're sitting on YouTube talking all this shit. Whatever. You're a loser. Anyway, here you go. Your facts are weak. All my facts come from links and everything from the developers' mouths. If you're calling my facts weak, then you're calling the developers weak. Just saying. Anyways, you should learn to take a difference of opinion. That's funny because I think you guys need to learn the same thing. You guys are being a bunch of hypocrites. Look in the mirror. You came out here and you called me all types of names because of a difference of opinion. You've targeted people on Facebook because of a difference of opinion. Don't give me this crap. Don't give me this garbage. All right? You're a moron. Ready? You're a moron. Ready to get owned? Hold on. First off, I'm a moron. What did I just say about difference of opinion? Okay. Ready to get owned? Maintenance is DLC, idiot. Scheduled maintenance is not DLC. These are the people that, the Facebook fans, these are your people that you have representing you, all right? Anybody who thinks scheduled maintenance is downloadable content, just stop. Just stop, all right? Do your research. Anyways, you're probably some 14-year-old, 250-pound fat kid. Are you serious? Do I look 14 years old? Do I look like I'm 250 pounds? But at least know who you're talking to if you're going to insult them. Seriously. These are the people you have. This guy obviously hasn't played an MMO before. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't played an MMO before. Here's Final Fantasy 11 for what? PC? Guild Wars. I got EverQuest here. Ultima Online. I got all kinds of games. Asheron's Call. Wait a minute. Well, my PC broke down. I got Final Fantasy 11 for the PS2. I got Chains of Promethea. I got the EverQuest. We know how this turned out for the PS2. It was garbage. But the fact is, don't sit here and say I've never played MMOs. I have tons of MMOs here, all right? All right? And they were pay to play, so you can see that I have experiences and why I'm taking this stance. Anyways, he's unintelligent, and I wouldn't go to his page because he would probably flame me. Now, mind you, this is from DCUO source. Shout out to DCUO source. Let me tell you something, all right? You want to sit here and flame me and carrying on. But yet you don't want to come to the page because you're afraid I'll flame you. So it's okay for you to flame me and insult me, but you don't want the same to happen to you. You don't want some of your own medicine. There's another hypocrite. Once again, pot calling the kettle black. Anyways, let's go to the next one. Pay to play pays for updates, maintenance, and future DLC. Look, we've already showed you in the third video, all right? Free to play makes more money than pay to play. If we're talking from a money standpoint, why? Because the fact is, free to play opens up the gates for more people, all right? When customers feel comfortable, they don't feel that it's a time crunch, then guess what? They are happy, which means they are inclined to spend more. That's what it means. Don't you think if they're spending more and they make more money, that would go towards your maintenance, updates, and DLC? They would have more money for it? I'm just saying. Anyways, you have to understand that pay to play, the reason for anyone says, well, why is pay to play then, looking bad? Why are you trying to call them greedy? Because SOE is insisting that you pay them a certain amount a month. It also makes customers feel like They're forced. They're rushed. They're in a crunch. If they feel as though they're rushed, they're going to think, is my time worth the money? If their quality time on the game, and I'm not talking about time standing around waiting for parties and this, that. I'm not talking about that. No, not talking about that at all. All right? We're talking actual gameplay, actual experience. That's what I'm talking about. And for those who say, well, that's why they made the game solo. You can solo all these quests. Well, if that's the case, then what's the point of having multiplayer? MMOs are the whole point of MMOs are to put people together, to play, to experience as a group. If you're going to solo everything, then you might as well make it a single player game. All right? And it is an action game. I'm getting to that as well. All right? But you have to understand what I'm saying. It's really that simple. Think about it. And then I keep seeing these, well, the fighting is going to be better than Batman and God of War and the mechanics. You've got to be kidding. I've seen this a lot on forums. You've got to be kidding me. All right? Those games are leagues ahead. Even PS2, leagues ahead of this type of battle system. If you don't believe me, you know what? Let's look at the battle system right now. Let's just look at it right now.
Side of this alert mission here. They have different roles you can see in the top or on the left side there. That's what Chris was talking about earlier in terms of...
Now you're going to sit here and tell me that you can actually see what's going on. It looks like a clusterfuck. But whatever. They say, oh, raids are all clusterfuck. No, not all of them. So let's see the battle from a distance and see what it actually looks like, okay? And I can't believe that gamers are arguing with other gamers about this. You're going to sit here and justify and say that that battle system looks better than a God of War or a Batman Arkham Asylum? You got to be kidding me. Look, the fact is, the developers pushed this back for that reason, because the battle mechanics weren't up to par to begin with. And don't sit here and tell me in these next couple months that all of a sudden this game is going to be magically quality pay to play all of a sudden. They pushed it back for the umpteenth time. And you guys want to sit here and say, well, you know, they promised us monthly updates and this, that, and the third. They promised us a lot of things that they backed out on. All of a sudden, I'm supposed to believe in them? You gotta be kidding me. Look, don't be naive. The world is not all sunshines and rainbows or superheroes and supervillains. All right? You gotta be kidding me. Use your brain. Anyways, look, let's get back to this. Come on, let's look. I'm glad people like you won't be playing my game. Look, I didn't know you had stock in the company, and I didn't know you helped develop the game. Any gamer who thinks that it's okay and it's all right, it's great that certain people aren't playing this game because they have a difference of opinion when it can help the community, it can boost the community and the sales, you're selfish. That's what it means. Any gamer who thinks that, they're selfish. That's simple. All right? Anyways, the 30-day trial is justified after you pay the $60 because you can play for those 30 days for 24 hours a day. You gotta be kidding me. Who's gonna sit at home and play for 30 days straight for 24 hours a day? Who? Not anyone in their right mind. People have work, school, people have all kinds of stuff. You can't sit here and tell me, unless you're some basement-dwelling gremlin, and I say that because a lot of you guys don't insult me until after midnight, all right? The fact is, no one's going to sit here and play this all day. Bunch of fucking losers, that's who will play it, all right? But that's what SOE thinks of you as well. And I'll say this because, once again, a user came from DCUO source and told me, let's not forget that beta that you're paying for at first, there wasn't going to be a beta. They said it was all going to be in-house. What does that tell you, fanatics? The developer said, that's what they said. They don't need you. And then when they started messing up, they said, okay, wait, we gotta give them something. We have to give them something because we're messing up, we're under the gun. And then they start throwing you a bone. And then also, you think they're doing something to you, doing something for you, like they're doing you a favor. No, they're not doing you a favor. That's what they want you to think. You fail to realize that this is all set up. All right? You want to be naive, it's on you. But the fact is, like, you know what? Let's get into what the developers actually have said. All right? Now, for those who have a problem with, this is from Radar X at DCUO source. All right? Now, he said, we've stated that the pre-order by November 15th, you'll be in by November 30th. And that's what we're sticking to for both PC and PS3. Obviously, PC has been going on for a little while now because, honestly, there's a lot more involved in putting in a beta for an MMO on PS3. First off, I'm going to stop you right there, bro. All right? This is not an MMO. This is an action game. And if you need me to tell you that, then guess what? I'll let your own boy Chris tell you himself.
Remember, DC Universe Online isn't an MMO that's dressed up or sped up, right? This is an action game.
Thank you, Chris, for telling it how it is. It's an action game with some multiplayer elements put onto it. And that's not enough to get me to buy the game and pay $15 a month, all right? It's not an action MMO. It's an action game. This is why they let you solo so many raids. This is why. The only thing that makes this an MMO is the fact that you're in a large world with a bunch of people. That's it. A bunch of people running around. That's it. But I'm glad that he said it. I'm glad, because I got tired of saying it. I'm glad that the developers finally said it. I'm glad. Because I want to know what you guys have to think about that. Had to say about that. That's going to be funny. But the fact is, here's what a poster had said and decipher exactly what Radar X was saying. It says, You mean the folks that signed up while registrations were open to the public? Mind you, the registration open to the public was months before paid trial, paid beta, okay? Months before that. It says, there's no guarantee that you will get in by November 30th or at all. So all you guys who supported SOE and DC Universe before they decided to do this paid stuff, this paid beta, they just shit it all over you. They don't care about you. You have little to no chance getting in. It also says, only those that pre-order and submit the receipt prior to November 15th had the November 30th guaranteed deadline. Why? Because every time you pre-order a game, that's the number of units shipped. That's what it is. They're getting their shipping numbers up. It's not about you. They're not throwing you a bone. All right? Now it says, if you were selected, keep in mind that your beta is dependent on the NDA, which precludes you from talking about the beta, including the fact you are in it because, honestly, why talk about it if you can't get into the juicy details, right? Now, look, I've seen this before. Developers they've been using this, SOE developers have used this time and time again. Look, this is in link in the video, too, I did with Chris. It says, when he speak with Massively, it says pacing is everything in a game, and especially in an MMO, right? The journey has to be juicy, right? You want to be a fantasy warrior or a sci-fi guy, right? But that's open world PvP for you, right? Or like the first episode, you're defeating Scarecrow's minions and you're in the thick of it, right? You can't keep answering questions with questions. That is damage control, people. That's what it is. They're deflecting everything, all the hard questions, and they're just giving you bullshit. And if you keep falling for it, then you deserve it. You deserve it. Now, I've gotten a lot of emails from parents and gamers and everything. They've talked about what's been going on as of late, and they've said, thank you for doing these videos. I would like to say thank you. At least I know that I am making somewhat of a difference, even if it is one or two, but apparently it's been many of you. So I would like to thank you for at least listening to what I have to say. Okay? I have no problem with that. But you Facebook fans, they've told me what you've been doing over there on the Facebook. What is wrong with you? All right, you're getting groups together now and harassing people who have a difference of opinion. You're following them and harassing them. Now, look, I hate to use the term because another gamer brought this up to me, but they said that's cyberbullying, and technically it is. All right, I hate to use that, but technically it is. All right, so for anyone who has experienced this or are still experiencing this, remember this. Don't report the users doing it. Report the page, because their actions are hurting SOE. We saw this in the third video where I've interviewed the guy who was kicked off of their page because of the fact that he had a difference of opinion. He wasn't even yelling at people, and they kicked him off. All right, now they're harassing people and trying to chase them away. That's another part of damage control, and whoever's moderating that page needs to be fired. They're not doing their job. All right, technically that is a crime. I hate to say that. I don't believe in it either, but it is a crime. Okay, so report the page. All right, and this is the community. This is the community I want you to play with. That's funny. And just not, was it yesterday, I got a message from a user who said he had a beta key, but he sold it to a Facebook fanatic over there. They paid $60 for the damn beta key. You have to be kidding me. That is the actions and the symptoms of an addict. That's what that is. That's what that is. That's pathetic. It's a fucking game, guys. You've insulted people. You've belittled them. Now you're buying beta keys. It's a fucking game. You can't wait. You gotta be kidding me. This is beyond. See, I never thought that I'd ever see this in my life. But apparently you people are so hard up. Whatever. Look, fact is, I'm still waiting for a link from you guys. Still, I don't have anything to back your claims from the developers of SOE. And the developers of SOE haven't come down and answered any of my questions in any of these videos. They haven't told us why they're doing pay to play. And like I said before, anybody who says that, they're going to promise all this and that it's for this, we've already proven that free to play makes more. We've already proven that. So if it is a money issue, and don't tell me it is because they're a branch of Sony. They have money. So don't tell me that it's a money issue. If it was, then definitely free-to-play would be the way to go because they make more money for your updates and maintenance and whatever. Anyways, I'm done for the day. Seriously, this is just too easy. I will talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. This is what y'all wanted. This is what y'all got. I'm out.